So you've just hired us to litigate your case. What does that mean and what can you expect? Well, the first step in litigating your case in court is for us to file what's called a complaint. And that's where we allege all of the allegations about what happened in your case and why the person or the entity is liable for your injuries. Once we file that in court, we will get a judge assigned to us and we will then serve the complaint on the defendant. They then have 30 days to answer the complaint where they respond to what we've said. The next step is called discovery, and it is what it sounds like. That's where we discover information. And so we send written questions and requests for production of documents to the other side, and they have a certain number of days to respond to that. They then in turn send the same thing to us, and we'll work with you on answering those questions and gathering those documents. Then comes the fun part for you as the client, getting deposed. But don't worry, we'll work with you and prep you to make sure that you feel comfortable about a deposition. And basically what you'll do, most are done by Zoom or come in the conference room like this, and you'll sit with the court reporter and the defense counsel will ask you questions just about your injuries and your life and the wreck, if it is a car wreck case, or the incident if it's another type of case. We'll get to do the same thing to the defendant and any other witnesses that have any knowledge about the case. Once the depositions period is over, then we go to what's called mediation. And that's where we try to resolve the case without having to go to a trial. But sometimes those are not successful, and so then the next step far down the road is trial. And so if we get to trial, we'll explain all the steps of the process of trial to you at that point. But that's usually a long time coming, and there's lots of opportunities to settle before then if you don't want to go to a trial. But we do here at Schneider Injury Law specialize in trying cases, and the insurance adjusters know that. So whether you want to go to trial or not, us being true, experienced trial lawyers is always good for your settlement value.